Friends, families and supporters, it gives me enormous pleasure to formally open your graduation ceremony today. Graduates, this is very much your day. You are the stars. This is a celebration, an opportunity to celebrate and reflect on an important phase of your personal journey that is coming to an end, and to look forward to what lies ahead. Now, graduation ceremonies are always the high point for the academic community, bringing together, as they do, our whole community with your family and friends and supporters to celebrate your success. We know, as you do, how hard you've worked to get here. And you should all be incredibly proud of how far you have come in the time you've been with us. Today marks the culmination of that amazing journey and the start of something new and even more exciting. As you cross the stage and become a graduate of the Brighton and Sussex Medical School, I hope you feel as proud of yourselves as we do of each and every one of you. You're also graduating at an exciting time for the school, celebrating as it is its 20th anniversary. Reaching this milestone is a remarkable achievement. Today, with strong support from both the University of Brighton and the University of Sussex, BSMS stands as one of the most successful and popular, highly rated medical schools in the country. Both universities have been enriched by the development of the medical school, with its outstanding teaching and research. Now, graduates, while you are undoubtedly the stars of the show, we have with us today some incredibly important people. So on behalf of both universities, I would like to thank your friends, families and supporters who have been with you on this journey in so many ways. Equally on stage and in the auditorium and behind the scenes, we have some of the talented and dedicated staff of both universities and the school who've played such an important role with you to support you throughout your time here. Now, as your VC, I'm going to ask one last thing of you. I'm going to ask the lights to come up. I ask all the graduands to stand, please. Okay, so that's in slightly the wrong order. So I was going to ask our graduands to express their thanks to all of you and all of the staff for everything that you've done for them. So graduands, your turn. Express your thanks. Brilliant. So I don't mean to get competitive about this, but I'm absolutely sure deep inside there is a much greater, louder BSMS roar. I think you're going to prove me right. So do you want to go at that again? Brilliant. Thank you. You may please sit. I knew it was in there. Now, graduates, today marks a significant personal milestone for each and every one of you. As you celebrate with your friends, families and supporters, I ask you to reflect on the fact that none of us ever truly stops learning, and you will have a career of continually learning. I hope you will carry with you the experience that you've gained with us as you continue your career, wherever that might take you. Today marks a beginning, not an end. as we look to all of you to shape the future, and we need you to shape the future. If you're graduating today and you haven't already done so, I would encourage you to join the BSMS Alumni Association. This is a vibrant network of over 2,500 BSMS graduates around the world who are former students. And I believe it's, if you ask nicely, or I think you're entitled to it, you can pick up a free I Heart BSMS mug and pin, so don't forget that. In the time that you have been at BSMS, so much has changed in our world. And the role and value of universities continues to be challenged and questioned like never before. Our response is clear. Just look at the world-leading impact of our research, the overwhelming positive social and economic impact of higher education, our critical role in developing the professionals, the innovators, the leaders of the future. That's all of you. Graduands, you are the best possible response to any cynicism about the extraordinary power and impact of higher education in our society. In a world of challenges and uncertainties, we must recognise that there are also boundless possibilities and opportunities. The amazing combination that you have of combining practical skills with knowledge alongside personal qualities such as resilience, adaptability and creativity have never been more necessary. And in your career, that resilience and adaptability is going to be vitally important. Our universities will continue to play their part in bringing research, knowledge exchange, community engagement and partnerships together with the teaching to allow students to develop the practical wisdom they need to thrive in this challenging world. Graduates, you are the future. Use what you have learnt and make a positive difference and help and inspire those around you. Be kind. In doing so, I urge you to do three things. Keep on learning. Knowledge continues to evolve. You will be learning your entire career. Keep on believing in yourselves because we passionately believe in you. And above all, stay curious. Curiosity opens doors to new knowledge and new opportunities. The most powerful word is always why. You have all made a mark and contributed to making us who we are during your time here. You've built memories and friendships along the way that will last a lifetime. Carry those memories with you as you make your unique mark on the future. Share your journey with the Alumni Association. Tell us what you're up to, how you're leading and changing. So from all of us at the University of Brighton, the University of Sussex and BSMS, congratulations and thank you. I now invite Professor Malcolm Reed, the Dean of Brighton and Sussex Medical School, to give the Dean's address. Malcolm.
Thank you. So welcome everybody to our graduation celebration. I'm absolutely delighted that we can share this special day with you and with your loved ones. The heartiest congratulations from all of us at BSMS. Today we celebrate your journey and your achievements. As the Vice-Chancellor said, 20 years ago we opened our doors and welcomed our inaugural cohort of students, embarking on a journey to nurture them into highly skilled and compassionate doctors. Since then, more than 2,000 graduates have passed through our doors and across the stage to collect their degrees and enjoy this wonderful celebration. And you are joining the ever-expanding community of BSMS alumni who make great contributions to patient care locally, nationally and internationally, and who increasingly shape teaching, research and leadership. And now it's your turn. You're joining an NHS that has been forced to develop an amazing ability to adapt to very, very challenging circumstances with innovation, dedication, and determination. Whilst this resilience is inspiring, it also highlights the real pressures on services and colleagues nationwide. We all hope for long-term solutions for NHS resourcing to ensure it is fit for purpose in a rapidly changing world. Congratulations to those of you celebrating postgraduate qualifications. We share your justified pride in your achievements. Lifelong learning is key in our rapidly changing environment, and today we recognise and celebrate your dedication and hard work. To those accepting the award of PhD or MD, well done. These research-intensive qualifications are a tremendous achievement. It is essential that we can continue to contribute to the knowledge and evidence base through high-quality research and produce graduates who are well-versed in research methodologies and contributions to evolving healthcare. We congratulate each and every one of you here today, as well as those who could not attend. Providing high-quality education for medical students is a complex challenge, and I am eternally grateful to our staff from all disciplines and backgrounds who come together to create an excellent experience for our students. During my time at BSMS, it has been a genuine pleasure to witness the enthusiasm of our staff and colleagues in the NHS and beyond, and the impact this has on our students. I was going to do the bit now about standing up, turning around and congratulating everyone who supported you, so you can skip that one, but I would repeat the sentiment. The support of loved ones, families, those closest to us, the people you've met during your time at university is absolutely key. And depending on those support networks and being part of them is a vital habit to take forward. So class of 2024, you've been great students. It's been a real pleasure to help shape the doctors and professionals you have become. We wish you the very best for your future and hope that you will stay in touch with us wherever your career takes you. Congratulations and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Professor Reid. We're now going to come to the presentation of awards, and I have just a few instructions. So graduates, you'll be called up row by row and escorted to the side of the stage, and then we'll bring you across. Now, I know you're curiosity-driven, evidence-based, challenging graduates, but on this one last occasion, I would just please ask you to stay in the order we've seated you. Otherwise, it will go terribly, horribly wrong round the back. So as you cross the stage as well, you'll notice that large screen behind me, and that will be filled with you and not me, and that's a marvellous thing. So please do enjoy your moment. We are obviously recording this, so you'll be able to view it for years on YouTube. Well, you know, sometimes there's nothing on Netflix, is there? As you can see, our graduates are now being ushered into place, and we'll get them ready and in the right order. Now, friends, family, supporters, you've already evidenced your capability of this. This is a deeply joyous occasion. So within the bounds of the law and common decency, please feel free to express yourselves. You have 5 years pent-up joy to express as your graduate comes across the stage. And I would love to hear that. So would they. So I will now invite Professor Malcolm Reid, the Dean of the Medical School, to announce the awards for the school. Professor Reid.
Thank you. So, awarded degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Khadija Abudin. Sheetal Abe Kumar. Alia Abimbola. Ashraf Abu Hamra. Reem Abu Shusha. Nishi Utaria. Prince Adeleke. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Hannah Agbula. Also jointly awarded the BSMS Prize for the best contribution to the student body and university life, Christiana Ajiman. Marjana Ahmed. Joshua AJ. Husam Al-Maliki. Mufaza Ali. Vainusan Amaralingam. Olivia Annabel. Arul Pragasam. Muniba Asghari. Madeline Ashley. Beatriki Athanasiou. Manahil Baig. Stefan Balanci. Siranya Balashankar. Ian Ballantyne. Maria Barbo. Amy Barden. Zara Batul. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Manraj Barwa. Hajir Badiri. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Hannah Beck. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in Phase 3, Layla Beckett. Harriet Bell. Also awarded distinction in Phase 3, Ji-Yoon Bog. Sorry, I've just lost my way slightly here. Jacob Bradbury. Eve Brearley. Yasmin Calvert-Ford. Jack Campion. Also awarded the BSMS Sports Prize, Alexander Carter. Teresa Chihum. Callum Chesil. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in Phase 3, James Chu. Ethan Clifford. Stanley Cole. Bethany Dare. Nick Dalman. Francisca Darko Mamfe. Madre Dave. Davinia David Raja. Ruth De Silva. Emel de Merpelat. Zilan Dennis. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Emily Densham. Fareed Ebrahimji. Mohamed El Bayouk. Omar El Kalani. Harriet Ellisden. Robert Gall. Jonah Galton. Danish Kafar. Megan Godfrey Harris. Also awarded distinction in Phase 3, Ruth Goffey. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Hannah Goody. Madeline Griffiths. Emily Rose Hammond. Sonia Kainat Hanif. Orla Hannah. Leah Hart. Also awarded the Professor Alistair Smith Prize for the best performance in the programme overall, distinction in BMBS overall, and distinction in Phase 3, Shyla Harvey. Imran Tariq Hassan. Lewis Hickling. Harry Higgs. Well done. Khadija Hosan. Kristan Howcroft. Robbie Hughes. Also jointly awarded the BSMS Society's Prize, Mahbooba Hussain. Catherine Keedwell. Colm Kelleher. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Ryan Kelly. Shuza Kira. Nafis Khan. Jack Kinnear. Camille Kippen. Naomi Knox. Mithunai Kumara Dharmasoon. Jordan Kwabia. All right. Arunima Lal. Jessica Lamb. Hayden Lathang. James Lee. Kirsty Lees. Amy Lillington. Natasha Limbakia. Alex Luanga.
Thank you so much for everything.
Mars Malik. Harvey Markham. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in phase 3, Alexander Martindale. Jamie McCluskey. George McInerney Baker. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in phase 3, Rosie Meekins. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in phase 3, Ayanda Mahambi. James Millard. Georgia Millis. Isabel Mills. Brittany Monteiro. Also awarded the Sue Eckstein Prize for Medical Humanities, Holly Morley. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Susanna Morrison. Also awarded distinction in phase 3, Onyidi Moses. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Letitia Mooley. Also jointly awarded the BSMS Society's Prize, Janani Murugush. Palwasha Najib. Willow Neal. Bibi Uzma Niazi. Chimla Nwamba. Also awarded the BSMS Prize for Outstanding Service, Evie O'Rourke. Also awarded Distinction in BMBS Overall and Distinction in Phase 3, Moradeu Ulatun. Also awarded Distinction in Phase 3, Elsie Osei Bonsu. Also awarded Distinction in BMBS Overall, Olamide Oyelade. Suleen Oskosa. Amy Parker. Also awarded Distinction in BMBS Overall and Distinction in Phase 3, Joseph Parrott. Beatrice Patel. Pritesh Patel. Emma Pesto. Also awarded Distinction in BMBS Overall and Distinction in Phase 3, Ellen Peters. Johnson Platinum. Okay. Holly Pratelli. Jayadeep Tama, Parima Ladevi. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall, Raya Pritchard. Keirin Poon. Also awarded the BSMS Prize for the Best Overall Performance, Distinction in BMBS Overall and Distinction in Phase 3, Lucy Rabushko. Amina Rahim. Fayad Razmande. Molly Reid. Samuel Rhodes. Sarah Ribeiro Ali. Donna Rimanishta. Abigail Roberts. Amy Rolfe. Abi Sabisan. Tara Sadiq. Dimyana Salama. Also awarded distinction in BMBS overall and distinction in Phase 3, Dylan Salter-Payne. Jacob Sanson. Vahid Shafi. Margita Shukla. Pedro Silva. Also awarded the BSMS Prize for Outstanding Personal Achievement, Zachary Simpson. Harmanleen Singh. Sarmeet Singh. James Slaven. Arandeep Sahal. Urjit Suni. Fionn Staniland. Joshua Sterica. Josephine Stevens. Ella Stevenson. Sarah Stewart George. Gaganjot Sunna. That all right? Rachel Surridge George.
Well done.
Chrissy Taffy. Cassia Tatley. Also awarded distinction in Phase 3, Jordash Taylor. Robert Taylor. Also awarded the BSMS Prize for the most significant contribution to the community, Emma Taylor Gallardo. Erdi Tuel Debrahan. Olivia Thompson. Stefania Satsari. Suzanne Tugnay. Alice Timms. Also jointly awarded the BSMS Prize for the best contribution to the student body in university life, Meet Varghela. Anna Villa-Gillibets. Derek Watson. Fernanda Widowson. Joshua Wilcox. Thomas Wilkes. Aaron Yadov. Reika Yamamoto. Mei Xin Yao. Mohammed Yusuf. Vice Chancellor, as always, I miss something each year, and sometimes I see it during the procedure and sometimes afterwards. So I omitted to mention on the first page that Hannah Agbula had also received distinction in BMBS overall. And Christiana Ajiman was also jointly awarded the BSMS Prize for Best Contribution to the Student Body and University Life. And my apologies if I missed anything else. Thank you.
I think the only thing we've missed is it's definitely a first class for all of you cheering. Well done, friends and family. I can feel the support oozing out. We now come to the presentation of our honorary graduate. Now, we don't give honorary degrees from the medical school or any of the schools in the universities without very considerable thought. This is the highest award a school can give. So I will now ask Professor Reid to present the honorary degree, the oration, to Martin Griffiths, who I'll ask to stand with me. Martin. Professor Reid. Can you stand and look that way?
Graduates, faculty colleagues, distinguished guests, families and friends, it is a huge privilege to stand before you today to honour a truly exceptional individual, a luminary in the fields of medicine and social justice, Mr. Martin Patrick Griffiths, CBE. Martin represents a guiding light of hope and resilience whose dedication to both his patients and his community has left an indelible mark on society. As a consultant trauma and vascular surgeon at the Royal London Hospital, Martin has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to saving lives and alleviating suffering. but his influence extends far beyond the operating theatre. For more than 15 years, Martin has been a tireless advocate in the community, working with young people to understand the devastating consequences of knife and gun crime. His work is rooted in a profound sense of justice and a passion for inclusion and fairness. He recognises that true progress requires addressing the societal wounds that often underlie the violence that leads to terrible physical injuries and death. In 2015, Martin founded the UK's first hospital-based violence reduction service at Barts Health. This groundbreaking programme, which has received widespread recognition, brings together hospital staff and charity caseworkers to support young victims of knife crime while they are still receiving treatment. By intervening at this point of crisis, the programme helps break the cycle of violence, offering holistic support to address the complex social factors contributing to these behaviours. The success of this initiative in reducing retaliation and reoffending among vulnerable young people led to Martin's appointment as the first NHS Clinical Director for Violence Reduction in London in 2019, and subsequently as the NHS National Clinical Director for Violence Reduction. In these roles, Martin has spearheaded public health-based strategies aimed at reducing interpersonal violence, resulting in a powerful tool for societal change. Martin's commitment to education is equally commendable. Since 2015, he has taught fourth-year students here at BSMS, exploring links between violence, trauma, and inequalities. His teaching affirms the key role that healthcare professionals can play in addressing the most difficult concerns facing society. Martin has served in numerous other roles, including as lead for trauma surgery and a surgical tutor at the Royal College of Surgeons of England. As the current Trust Undergraduate Dean, he contributes to shaping the curriculum and enhancing the teaching and learning experience at Barts and the London Medical School. Beyond his clinical and educational roles, Martin's contributions to the community are significant. He is a trustee of the Charlton Athletic Community Trust, an ambassador for the... Steady. And a trustee for the Mary Seacole Trust, and the vice chair of the Hope Collective. His outstanding contributions have been recognised with numerous awards, including the NHS Heroes Award in 2018 and the BMJ Award for Prevention and Lifestyle in 2019. In 2021, he was honoured with a CBE for his services to healthcare. His work exemplifies the highest ideals of our profession and serves as an inspiration to us all. And it is especially fitting that we honour Martin now in our 20th anniversary as a medical school, as we celebrate 2 decades of achievement and look ahead with renewed dedication to increasing inclusivity and sustainability at the heart of all we do. Martin's steadfast commitment to reducing violence and promoting equality stands as a testament to what can be achieved when passion meets purpose. Let us celebrate his extraordinary contributions and be inspired to follow in his footsteps, working towards a safer and more equitable world. Please join me in honouring Mr. Martin Patrick Griffiths, a true trailblazer whose contributions have profoundly enriched the lives of countless individuals and the fabric of society.
I'm going to do a bit of this in a minute.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and graduates, families and friends, in recognition of Mr. Martin Griffiths' major contribution to violence reduction through his clinical practice, it is my honour to present Martin Griffiths for the Honorary Doctor of Medicine at Brighton and Sussex Medical School. Thank you.
It's an empty tube, and I'll take it back from you. Congratulations. Brilliant. Brilliant. Martin, I'll now ask you to address the audience.
Chair, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates and friends. It's with immense gratitude and humility that I stand before you today to accept this Honorary Doctor of Medicine degree from BSMS. I am profoundly honoured to be recognised by this wonderful institution, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this incredible distinction. I'm also delighted to be the last honorary degree awardee nominated by Professor Reid. Professor Reid, your leadership and counsel have been transformational, and I'm profoundly grateful. BSMS is renowned for its commitment to excellence in medical education, research and patient care. However, your innovative approaches and dedication to advancing the field of medicine inspire not only the students and the staff, but the entire medical community. And it's truly a privilege to be associated with an institution that has such a profound impact on the lives of so many. This moment is particularly special as it marks the closing event of a year of celebration to the 20th anniversary of the opening of BSMS in October 2003. I know the ceremony holds a personal significance for Professor Reid, as it's his last graduation ceremony, having served as being with BSMS for the past 10 years. I also suspect it holds an additional significance for him, as he's also a proud parent. Sorry, Molly. And she's a member of the graduating class this year. Make it a momentous day for both of you. Can I spare a moment for those with parents' responsibility who are sitting here today, beaming as I speak? See those you love achieving on their own terms is an amazing experience and a culmination of years of support and challenge you've provided and been given by our graduates. Please take a moment to reflect on the magnitude of that journey and how you feel about each other. This is an endeavour and an achievement built on love, not duty. A love not always expressed or recognised, but unquestioningly present. Your unwavering belief in the graduate's potential is something I hope you all recognise and cherish. So, this wasn't supposed to be my life. It was supposed to be like this. I didn't grow up with the expectation of a job, let alone a career as fantastic as medicine. My expectation was to be best to get a job somewhere at Sainsbury's or something like that, or not be in a gang or a criminal or a waster. But much as I love the road, I love school more. I was incredibly fortunate. The people around me, at home and at school, saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself and supported me in my aspirations to find out more about me. Not all those people looked or sounded like me. I learned a critical lesson early in life about allyship in those formative years. I'm most fortunate as you, and had the benefit of being educated in an institution like this. And though I had a great time at Bart's, there's no mention of inclusiveness, no mention of respect, no mention of recognising the value of diversity. It's kind of tough being the only black guy in the year. And I always found friendship, allyship and support, and it helped me find my sense of self. What was important about that allyship? It wasn't a permissive state of supporting those around you. It was an active intention to call out inequality and actually do something about it. Something I remembered as my career went on. My medical career in no way reflects my pattern I set for myself when I sat in the chairs you occupy now. I wanted to be a microbiologist of all things when I started. That was changed when I met my boss who did the first life-saving operation that saved me from cancer, and I was transformed by that. I decided to become a surgeon. I spent many years acquiring the technical skills, interpersonal skills to be the best customer I could be. I learned from a variety of teachers, some doctors, some surgeons, some nurses, some therapists, other healthcare workers. Some of my best teachers were the cleaners. Those with the great interpersonal skills, intense knowledge, who went unnoticed in the system, but gave me the sense of what I was missing in my clinical practice. Throughout my training, I met a lack of fairness in the society I worked in, systems I was part of. So I became a consultant and started working at Bart's Health as a major trauma surgeon, and made it my mission to call out that injustice. To do what I could to ensure that the care and understanding was offered to the most vulnerable and the least understood, the ones who were never listened to. I chose to utilise all the skills in the room and outside that room Not just those who had the fancier titles and these titles and the status. And over the years, I've developed programs that have changed the way in which we understand the journeys of those to my trauma room. And the culture of care we aspire to has changed because of that. We've achieved so much more than just supporting people who are victims of major trauma, to understand the drivers that allow young people to be affected by violence, and using our professionalism, our compassion, and our leverage to co-design systems such as young people to promote empowerment, promote agency, promote confidence, promote expectation of a better life. So rather than looking at hospitals, something you don't want to die at, something you want to work. For me, it's never been about treating patients' injuries, or even treated injured patients. It's been about preventing them from being injured in the first place. It's always been about creating the conditions that allow people to thrive and fulfill their potential, like you are today. The road hasn't been easy. There's been many stumbles on the way, many failures on my part, not just because of structural barriers, but because I couldn't see myself and couldn't recognise the support when I saw it around me. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm pretty good at what I do. However, I've been superbly trained and relentlessly mentored and supported throughout my career by my friends, some of which I met here at medical school, by my colleagues, to through my darker times, and by my family who are with me today. Tonio, Marcus, Tracy, I love you. What never left me was a desire to know more, to do more, and to express myself via my career rather than be defined by it. To the graduates here today, marked a significant milestone on your journey. You've worked tirelessly to overcome challenges and demonstrated unwavering commitment to reach this point. As you step outward into your careers, remember the knowledge and skills you've acquired here at BSMS. But that's just the beginning. The world of medicine is constantly evolving, and your dedication to lifelong learning will be the key to your success. If I could offer some words of advice to those starting medical careers today, I'd say this. Advice is simply that. It should be recognised, evaluated, and if inappropriate, discarded. You are the architects of your career. You and only you know what's within your heart, and only you can know what your true values are. Only you can choose how to live those values in your actions and your behaviours. You're entering one of the most fantastic careers that offers a myriad of opportunities. However, it's rooted in service, and you're required and responsible for the well-being of others in the forefront of your mind at all times. When you're supporting the vulnerable, do your best. Do your best to be kind, do your best to be curious, do your best to be compassionate. Do your best to be your best, even when you're not at your best. The mark of a great clinician isn't technical excellence, it's not deep knowledge, it's not the number of publications you've written or your status. It's your ability to transfer that knowledge into meaningful action or attaining the humanity and the ability to be yourself in the darkest of times. We live in uncharted waters. The NHS is going through unprecedented changes, and our values do not change. Our mission is unchanged. What we bring to patient care is unchanged. Be your best. Do your best to understand that your best will get better. But only if you accept the help around you. And then if you see those who love you and see you as you are now and love you who you are. A last word on friendship. You can't make new old friends. Some of the faces around you today will be in your lives 30 years hence. Trust them. They knew you before you knew yourself. I encourage you all to embrace the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead with confidence and courage. Your work will touch countless lives, and the impact you make will be extended far beyond the walls of this university. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and never lose sight of the reason you chose this incredible profession, to make a difference to the life of others. As I accept this offer, I'm reminded of the incredible responsibility that comes with it. This honorary degree isn't just a recognition of past achievements, it's a call to arms. For the future, I am committed to continue my efforts to place social justice at the core of healthcare, to work alongside the brilliant minds I see in this room, and in this institution to further our shared goals. Our celebratory themes in the past year have been to highlight inclusive and sustainable neighbour at BSMS, and I'm confident that BSMS will continue to grow, develop under the leadership of its new Dean, Professor Richard McManus. So in closing, I once again extend my deepest thanks to Brighton and the Medical School for this extraordinary honour. I'm inspired by the work that's been done here, and I'm excited by the future that holds ahead of us. Together, we can continue to make strides in medicine that benefit humanity for generations to come. Always ask why, or to find out so what. Chair, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates and friends, thank you for this honour.
So I'm now going to ask our newly qualifying doctors to stand. I can think of nobody more appropriate to work with you to recite the Hippocratic Oath. Martin.
When you ready, guys? With me. I solemnly promise to serve humanity, caring for the sick, promoting good health, and alleviating pain and suffering to the best of my ability. I will practice medicine with integrity, humility, honesty, and compassion, working with my colleagues to meet the needs of patients. With this profession comes considerable responsibility, and I will not abuse my position, and I will act in a professional manner at all times. I will ensure that age, gender, race, religion, physical affiliation, sexual orientation, nationality, or social standing will not influence my duty of care. I will respect patients' values, beliefs, and traditions, whether or not they differ from my own, and I will strive to assist my patients in making informed decisions. I will endeavour to earn and keep, never abuse, the trust placed in me as a doctor. I will seek constantly to improve my medical knowledge and skills, whilst recognising the limits of my own ability. I will recognise the importance of sharing my expertise with colleagues and students to provide the best patient care. I have chosen to make this declaration and will abide by it.
That's a fantastically important oath to stay with you for the rest of your professional careers. I'd now like to invite Remy and Evie, who I know were reciting the oath as well, to address the audience on behalf of the BSMS students. Are you all right?
Yeah, in true BSMS fashion, we're going to do this together as a pair. If someone could sign us off at the end. This is a little bit different. Normally, I'm just taking silly selfies and putting them on Instagram, so this is a little bit different. So we're both going to speak. I'm going to go first and then hand over to the lovely Reem. So I wanted to try and say something that captured my own journey through medicine, but also hopefully something that we can all relate to. And I was thinking back across 5 years, which is, it's a wild ride, guys. We had COVID, do you remember that? I remember revising in COVID. I remember watching a skull being taken apart over a channel, just sat in my pajamas at home. That was weird. And then obviously starting in hospital, that was wild. So I think what I reflect back on is all the weird and wonderful moments that we've all had. And there's also the happiness of getting into medicine and being in medicine, and the stress of being in medicine as well, and how overwhelming it feels at times. The annoying things, like when you turn up 30 minutes early to a clinic that's running 2 hours late, or cancelled, and you've gone all the way to Hippocratic. And then there's all the weird moments where you're talking about things with your friends and you suddenly realise, oh, we can't say this to anyone outside of medicine. It just sounds too weird. And then there's the really weird things, like I remember doing chair races in the library at midnight one year. That didn't happen. And I remember getting really drunk on red wine and running into the sea just because it felt like a good thing to do at the time. So I think in summary, there's been loads of highs and lows, so many things to remember, and also all the medicine. There's loads of things I've forgotten, but I'm hoping that I'll remember enough to be safe. And I was thinking about that a lot. It's quite scary. I'm quite scared about starting in a couple of weeks. And I was trying to think about what the key thing is. Like, I think we all want to try and be good doctors. I remember being asked to interview what makes a good doctor. And I think we all would have said the typical buzzwords like we're good at problem solving and, deeply knowledgeable and teamwork, good at leadership and good at communication. And I thought when I became a doctor, I would just be really good at all of those things. And I'm not. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable taking the lead. And if you try and talk to me before 9 a.m., my communication probably isn't great. But I think instead then, being a good doctor maybe isn't about being the best at all those things, but it's about being safe and keep trying to be better, and maybe that's enough. I hope so, because I think I just want to be a safe clinician and try and do my best, and I hope that that's enough. And I think that's kind of the best thing for us to aim for. And I think back to all the times in medicine when I also felt really alone and really isolated, and I felt like I was the only one dealing with things. And now I look back and that wasn't the case at all. I had all you guys. Everyone that was there when, you frantically message at 2 o'clock in the morning being like, oh my God, is there going to be a knee exam in the OSCE? And everyone that answered back, equally confused, thank you. For all the other people, we've got all our friends and family that are here and the ones that aren't here as well, that we're so, so grateful to. And we're sorry we put you all through it. But thank you so much for sticking with us. And also for the whole team at BSMS as well. All of the teams, like the admin team, clinical skills. My personal favourite's the anatomy team as well. And I think about everyone else, like everyone we ever encountered in a hospital, the doctor that took an extra 5 minutes to explain something or tell us to go look for a good sign, and everyone that took the time to teach us something or show us where something was, even just knowing where to put my bag down became a real thing. And also, of course, every single patient that we ever came across that gave us the privilege of just talking to them, taking a bit of their time, letting us practice an exam on them, letting us talk to them about some things that maybe, can be quite deeply personal as well. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's ever been in contact with any of us and helped us, because we are absolutely not alone. And I think that's a really good point to hand over to you, Reem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evie. That was amazing. I think I'd like to start off by saying well done to everyone. And I know that we've all come through this journey in different ways, and we've had different experiences, different challenges, but we're all here now. Who would have thought? But it's a true honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this incredible milestone in our lives. We started this journey with the same look of determination and mild panic, clutching onto anatomy textbooks that we then never opened. Now here we are. Oh, the anatomy team's here, isn't it? We definitely opened them all the time.
Ready, cover to cover.
Now here we are, about to graduate from medical school, slightly older, getting used to being sleep deprived, and with coffee being in our regular routine. Medical school wasn't just about learning the Krebs cycle over and over and over again, and then never really using it, sorry. It was about discovering our passion for healing, forging lifelong relationships, and friendships, and realizing that the doctor's handwriting joke is not a joke at all. We've come a long way from the first nerve-wracking day in the dissection room, where some of us were questioning our life choices. We've survived the relentless exams, the endless rounds, and the countless times we're drifting aimlessly in the ward, trying just not to get into other people's way. But we never lost sight of our goal, to become physicians who will make a difference in the world. To our families and friends, thank you for being our rock, our cheerleaders, and occasionally our unwilling practice patients. Your support has been invaluable, and your belief in us keeps us going when we sometimes lose faith. To our professors and mentors, thank you for pushing us, guiding us, and sharing your wisdom every day, even when we stare back at you with blank expressions during ward rounds. Your patience and dedication have shaped us into the doctors we're about to become. To my fellow graduates, we've made it. We've made it through the sleepless nights, the grueling rotations, and the moments of self-doubt. We've laughed, we've cried, and we've grown together. And while the road ahead may still be challenging, I have no doubt that we will face it in the same resilience and humor that got us through medical school. As we step into this new chapter, let's remember that medicine is not just about treating disease, but about caring for people. Let's be kind. Let's be the kind of doctors who listen, who empathize, and who never forget the human side of medicine. Let's be the kind of doctors we would want our loved ones to be seen by. And most importantly, let's be the kind of doctors who look out for the future medical students out. Let's keep a sense of humor, because if we laugh at ourselves, no amount of difficult cases or long nights can ever break us. So, congratulations, class of 2024. Let's go out there and make the world a happier and healthier place. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Brilliant. Well said, both of you, but I do think, Evie, you're going to have to get used to early mornings. I'd now like to invite a clinician from the glorious NHS, someone you may be familiar with, to address the audience on behalf of the NHS. So, Dr. Rob Galloway.
Congratulations, class of 24, and welcome to the NHS. 5 or 6 years, some maybe 7, of hard work and dedication has got you here, rightly celebrating your success with your loved ones. The effort is so that you can join us as fellow colleagues in the NHS as new F1s. You've not just completed a degree, you've joined a profession. I genuinely believe being a doctor is one of the greatest privileges one can have. But being an NHS doctor makes that honour greater still. The NHS is one of our greatest assets. It is unique in that as a doctor, your sole priority is not maximising profits, but providing the best possible care for your patients within the available resources. But it is not easy being a doctor, especially now. You're joining at a time of great turmoil. It's probably harder now than any time since the NHS was formed. NHS satisfaction levels are the lowest on record, and waiting lists the highest. As an A&E consultant, I routinely now look after 30 patients in a corridor. The acceptable has become the accepted, and that is what's so unacceptable. Things are now so difficult that Wes Streeting, our new Secretary of State for Health, issued a statement at the start of this week. From today, the policy of the Department of Health is that the NHS is broken. That is the experience for patients and staff, and it is not good enough. On top of that, you're also joining at a time of unprecedented industrial action by junior doctors. I'm genuinely angry about the placements, rotation, and lack of flexibility for junior doctors. These are not my words, but words from a recent speech by Wes Streeting. But even though it is in great difficulty, I have high hope for the future. The acceptance of the problems and desire to improve is crucial. But the key is its ethos of patients before profits. This gives me a confidence, faith and belief that in time the NHS will rise like a phoenix from the ashes and will return to being the jewel in our nation's crown that it once was. And that is why I'm so proud to work for this great institution. I'm so honoured to welcome you to the NHS's family. On the 5th of July 1948, the keys to Park Hospital in Trafford, Manchester, were symbolically handed over to Nia Bevan, who took them on behalf of the country as the NHS was formed. The first patient through the door was a 13-year-old girl named Sylvia Beckenham. She was admitted for a serious liver condition. She came from a working-class background, and her family could not afford the care she needed. Without the NHS, she would have died. With it, she survived and went on to live a fulfilling life as a teacher, mother, grandmother, and by all accounts, an amazing piano player. She epitomises the NHS's long and great history. In the last 76 years, infant mortality has fallen from 36 per 1,000 births to less than 4. Life expectancy has grown for men from 65 to 80 and from women from 70 to 84. But the way we deliver care has changed. When the NHS was set up, there were 480,000 hospital beds. Now, 120,000. Much more care, rightly, is done in the community, with GPs leading the way and multiple valued professions providing care within teams. So much has changed since the NHS was formed. But one thing which hasn't changed is the dedication and devotion of the staff who work within the NHS. The NHS is not its buildings, it's not its scanners, it's not its drugs, it's the staff. And you are part of that family. You may think you're an unimportant cog in a massive machine, but you are not. You're the oil that makes those massive cogs turn. To the patient in front of you, you are the NHS. When you're at work, always think what is in your patient's best interest, and let that be your guiding light. Remember, it is not what you say, it is not what you do, it's how you make your patients feel, that's the most important thing. I witnessed that 3 weeks ago. My 5-week-old daughter was unwell with meningitis. It was a BSMS alumni paediatric registrar who had the somewhat ominous job of inserting a tiny cannula into the vein of my sick baby, whilst being watched, glaringly, but also tearfully, by me. He calmed me down and treated my anxiety as well as my daughter's infection. She's fine now, by the way. Never ever forget how important you are to your patients and their relatives, myself included. Rightfully so, there is so much gratitude for the role that junior doctors play in the NHS. Don't let the negativity, especially that from social media, cloud your outlook and morale. Don't let the difficulties stop you seeing the big picture. For in August, you're about to start on your new career in the NHS. My key bit of advice is that although you will no longer be a medical student, you will never stop being a student of medicine. 50% of what we've taught you is wrong. We just don't know which 50% yet. Never stop learning and never stop being interested. But crucially, please make sure you're enjoying the journey and not just the hopeful destination. It's a hard job, and your career is a marathon and not a sprint. Look after your mental as well as your physical health. I've seen too many of my colleagues and friends burn out. A few years ago, I nearly burnt out too. I got the help I needed when I was struggling. Getting help is a sign of strength and not weakness. One man I got help from is sitting here, Malcolm Reed, our Dean. For those in the audience who don't know, it's not just all of you who are leaving BSMS. Sadly to say, so is Malcolm. After 10 years of dedicated service and central to all that is so wonderful about our medical school, he is retiring. Or that's what we originally thought. He's the only man I know to retire and then take on as much or probably more work as he's doing now. He's taken an incredibly important role in advising the NHS workforce team on the future of undergraduate medical education. Not just that, but he will take on more clinical work providing care to elderly patients with breast cancer and setting up new, innovative clinics to improve their outcome. Malcolm is not only a colleague, a boss, a mentor, but I'm privileged to be able to call him a friend. Malcolm, thank you for everything you've done for everyone here, staff and students alike. Stand up. Stand up, Malcolm. Stand up, Malcolm. Yeah. Malcolm, are those lights that say hurry up, sorry. Malcolm, enjoy your so-called retirement. As Malcolm is leaving academia and going back to work in the NHS, you'll be doing the same. The key for all of you, Malcolm included, is making patients know that they are central to everything you do. Because that is why you joined medical school. Go back and read that medical school application statement and never forget it. You have now achieved that dream that you first wrote down all those years ago. Enjoy looking after the patients you're trained to do so. Enjoy continuing your training. Enjoy teaching students. Enjoy being part of a multi-professional team. Enjoy the responsibility that comes with your role as a doctor. But never forget your moral compass. For mine, even as a non-religious man, it's found in the passage of the Torah, Old Testament and Quran. Whoever saves the life of one person saves the world entire. That's what has guided me and will continue to do so as I continue my life as an NHS doctor. Thank you for being brilliant doctors and brilliant students. Thank you in advance for being brilliant doctors. And thank you for your future service to the NHS. Good luck, and remember to call me for an F3 job. Congratulations, class of 24, and welcome to the NHS.
So your ambition should be to have as much passion as Rob has still when you get to his seniority. So thank you, Rob. I now call upon Professor Michael Corey, Professor of Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics in the school, to continue the awards. Mike.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. So for the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Radiology, Paulette Ya Owuswa Kumi. In Dementia Studies, Reese White. In Internal Medicine, Mili Da. Also in Internal Medicine, Vimal Kumar. In Pediatrics and Child Health, Alexandra Ford. In Physician Associate Studies, Oluwatobi Cole. Also in Physician Associate Studies, Sarah McNally. In Psychiatry, Richard John Harris. In Public Health, Yasser Ali. Also in Public Health, Aditi Shayantoni Das. Again, in public health, Cynthia Mugabe. Also in public health, Aishatu Odunayo. In surgical studies, Temitope Ayodabo. Also in surgical studies, Uduaka Basi Okun. Again, surgical studies, Mohammed Radi. So this is for postgraduate diploma in pediatrics and child health, in Kiruka Obodo. For a postgraduate certificate in medical research, Fuad Aslam. And a postgraduate certificate in surgical studies, we've got Omar Raja. So I'll now present the research degrees. For a degree of Master of Philosophy, Nicole Livermore. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, in recognition of a program of work entitled Using Transcriptomics, MRI, and Immunology to investigate the effects of mild inflammation in ME, chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia, Marisa Amato. In recognition of a program of work entitled Is There a Discrepancy Between Plasma and Interstitial Fluid Glucose and HbA1c in People Living with HIV, Harriet Daltrey. In recognition of a program of work entitled Sociocultural and Policy Situation of Mycetoma and its Management in Sudan, a Critical Exploration, Mohammed El Sheikh. Congratulations. In recognition of a program of work entitled Understanding the Notions of Good Death in Bangladesh, a Critical Exploration, Mid Ilyas Kamal Rizat. In recognition of a program of work entitled Behavioral Neuroimaging and Autonomic Insight into Exploratory Decision-Making During Anxiety, a Computational Modeling Perspective, Georgios Tertikas. And Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentations for Brighton and Sussex Medical School.
Thank you, Mike. Wow, you've been amazing. You are amazing. But it's now my duty to close this ceremony. So as I do, I'd like to draw on some words from the late, great Professor Sir Stephen Hawking. Sir Stephen reminded us all to look up at the stars and not down at our feet. to try and make sense of what you see and wonder what makes the universe exist. To be curious. And however difficult life may seem, there will always be something you can succeed at. You are BSMS graduates, all of you, and I know that to be completely true of your drive and your determination. And to remind that Evie and Reem, your kindness towards each other. It's sound advice from Sir Stephen for the next phase of your life. So on behalf of all of us, I would like to congratulate you, but I'd also like to invite you to a celebratory drink in the Corn Exchange, directly next to the auditorium. But first, to allow the platform party to exit, I'll ask you all, please, to stand while we leave the stage.